Gene Simmons.
John Simmons, born Chaim Witz on August 25, 1949 in Haifa, Israel, entered the world amid the lingering shadows of war. His mother, Flora Kleen, had survived the horrors of the Holocaust, and his father, Yohiel Witz, had fled Hungary, eventually marrying Flora in 1946. The family's early years were marked by struggle and survival. By 1955, when Gene was 6, his parents' marriage had broken apart, leaving his mother to raise him alone in modest circumstances in Tet Carmel. Money was scarce, and meals were often just bread and milk. Gene learned resilience early, picking wild fruit to sell and even fashioning his first winter coat from an army blanket. Amid these hardships, he sought comfort and escape in comic books, absorbing stories of heroes like Spider-Man and Superman even before he fully understood English. Those tales planted the seeds of creativity and ambition that would guide his future. Immigration and a new beginning. In 1957, Flora made the bold decision to leave Israel with her 8-year-old son, settling in Queens, New York. The transition was difficult. They had no money, no English, and no family waiting. His father stayed behind, and Gene never saw him again. Renamed Eugene Kleen, Gene adapted to a new culture while navigating long hours with babysitters and attending both Jewish and public schools. He faced teasing and isolation, but embraced every opportunity to learn. From selling cactuses door to door to reading more comics and watching television, he began absorbing American culture while honing his ambition. By age 9, he legally changed his name to Jean Kleen, inspired by cowboy actors like Gene Autry, signaling a determination to fully embrace a new identity while still carrying the lessons of hardship with him. Teenage years and the spark of fame. By the 1960s, Gene's fascination with pop culture grew into a passionate pursuit of music and performance. He learned guitar, formed small bands, and watched shows like The Ed Sullivan Show with awe. The Beatles' first American appearance ignited a dream within him. He wanted a life on stage, to be someone memorable. While he worked various odd jobs in butcher shops, delis, and factories, he saved diligently and avoided distractions, learning the value of focus and discipline. His determination and charm helped him navigate social challenges, and his deep immersion in music and entertainment began shaping the persona that would later become Gene Simmons, a man known for his creativity, drive, and stage presence. Education and early music endeavors. Gene earned an associate degree in education from Sullivan County Community College by 1970 and even briefly taught in Spanish Harlem. However, his heart belonged to music. Teaming with Paul Stanley, he formed Rainbow, which later evolved into Wicked Lester. The band played clubs at night while juggling day jobs, and Gene's multilingual skills helped with translation work, showcasing his adaptability. Wicked Lester's sound, though innovative, was deemed unmarketable by Epic Records, a rejection that crushed him initially but ultimately fueled his determination to reinvent himself. The experience taught Gene that failure could be a stepping stone, and it set the stage for the creation of a band that would redefine rock music. The birth of Kiss. In 1973, Gene and Paul Stanley reshaped their vision, recruiting Peter Criss and Ace Frehley to form Kiss. Inspired by glam, horror, and comic book theatrics, they introduced makeup, fire, and theatrical performances, creating a spectacle that transcended music alone. Their early shows, often in tiny clubs with just a handful of attendees, laid the foundation for a devoted following. Gene developed the demon persona, incorporating fire-breathing and dramatic imagery, turning every performance into an unforgettable event. Despite modest beginnings, the band's commitment to being bold and different helped them capture attention, proving that originality and spectacle could carve out a space in a competitive industry. Business savvy and personal life. As Kiss grew, Gene's business acumen became increasingly apparent. He expanded the brand into merchandise, from action figures to lunchboxes, creating a global phenomenon that extended beyond music. Amid the fame, his personal life developed alongside his partner Shannon Tweed, whom he met in 1983. Their relationship was a complex blend of affection, challenges, and public scrutiny. They had 2 children, Nick and Sophie, and while their reality show later portrayed a family-oriented side of Gene, it also revealed the pressures and tensions behind the public image, humanizing a figure often seen as larger than life. Musical evolution and challenges. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Kiss navigated shifts in music trends, lineup changes, and internal tensions. Gene remained the constant driving force, overseeing performances, maintaining the band's image, and pushing boundaries in production and presentation. Albums like Destroyer introduced orchestral elements and intricate arrangements, demonstrating his commitment to innovation. While some shifts in sound and band dynamics drew criticism, Gene consistently prioritized creativity, spectacle, and fan engagement, ensuring the band remained relevant and influential. Legacy and reinvention. Gene's career illustrates an ability to adapt while staying true to his vision. The decision to remove Kiss's makeup in 1983, followed by a successful return to their original theatrical style in the 1990s, demonstrated a keen sense of timing and understanding of audience expectations. His ventures into acting, solo albums, and entrepreneurial projects further highlight his willingness to explore new arenas without losing the essence of his identity. Through it all, he balanced public spectacle with private struggles, showing a nuanced human side that contrasted with his on-stage persona. Public image and controversy. Despite immense success, Gene faced scrutiny over public behavior and ambitious ventures. Controversies surrounding fan experiences, legal disputes, and media appearances highlighted the challenges of navigating fame responsibly. Yet, even amid criticism, Gene demonstrated a capacity for reflection, accountability, and resilience, emphasizing that mistakes and missteps do not define a legacy as much as the lessons learned from them. Business expansion and legacy management. Gene's entrepreneurial ventures, including merchandise, restaurants, and rare music compilations, underscore his ability to leverage fame into sustainable business success. By diversifying interests while remaining connected to the core identity of Kiss, he created a multifaceted empire that extended far beyond traditional music revenue. This strategic vision reinforced his status not just as an entertainer, but as a cultural icon and savvy business person. Touring and stage presence. Gene's stagecraft remained legendary well into the 21st century. Even solo performances without the full Kiss ensemble retained energy, storytelling, and spectacle, reflecting decades of experience and an understanding of audience connection. Despite challenges such as ticket pricing controversies, he maintained a dedication to live performance as a crucial component of his artistic identity, showing that true impact comes from presence, engagement, and passion on stage. Enduring influence. Gene Simmons's life and career illustrate the power of reinvention, perseverance, and commitment to personal vision. From early struggles in Israel to international stardom with Kiss, he navigated complex personal and professional landscapes with ambition, creativity, and adaptability. His story underscores that success is multidimensional. It is not just fame or wealth, but the ability to inspire, innovate, and leave a lasting mark on culture and industry. Lessons for future generations. Through triumphs and challenges, Gene's journey offers valuable lessons, resilience, adaptability, and a willingness to embrace both failure and opportunity to find his path. His experiences show the importance of maintaining integrity, honoring personal values, and continuously striving for innovation. For aspiring artists, entrepreneurs, or anyone pursuing a passion, his story serves as a reminder that true achievement requires both vision and the courage to navigate adversity. The human side of a legend behind the demon makeup, pyrotechnics, and larger-than-life persona was a man shaped by hardship, determination, and love. Gene Simmons' narrative is as much about humanity as it is about music or fame. His bond with family, reflections on his mother, and enduring partnership with Shannon Tweed reveal a depth often overshadowed by spectacle. These personal dimensions make his legacy relatable, offering insights into the human experience behind the myth. Conclusion. Gene Simmons' life journey from calm wits in post-war Israel to international rock icon demonstrates a rare blend of creativity, resilience, and strategic thinking. His story reminds us that behind every public persona is a complex, evolving individual shaped by experiences, relationships, and choices. Through music, business, and personal endeavors, John has left a legacy of inspiration, showing that greatness emerges not only from talent, but also from perseverance, vision, and a commitment to one's own path.